Hello guys, namaste and welcome back to the channel. So this is chapter 2.1 of chapter wise Cavalier quest completion using 4 stars, and we are I did do a couple of runs on this one, but after this update my phone is crashing constantly, so I would record it, but the phone would crash halfway through, so I had to do it a couple of times, but it is what it is, so no complaining. And depending on the, well, of course, looking at the notes, we are going to be using Corvus Cliff and Doctor Strange for the entirety of the chapter, and also all the other champions are just for synergy purposes, and also we have Black Widow Clairvoyant for that additional 10% attack rating whenever we are fighting against villain champions, and because the boss is going to be Ultron, who is a villain champion, that is one bonus as well. And also we are having synergy of Magneto Marvel now, who will give us that pre-fight ability to passively stun with our parries. And also, as you can see, the boss is Ultron, and I'll try to explain the notes and the strategies that will apply as we hop onto the first defender, which is going to be Guillotine, of course, because we are going to be using the linked path, because we have to deal with one less of the nodes, and also it will remove the 100% health node from the boss. So about the nodes, as you can see, dimensional beings, Illuminatis, or Thanos army tag champions will get tactical edge, meaning those groups of champions will benefit a lot from the node for this particular chapter. And also, like in every other chapter, one class benefits from the nodes in every chapter, and for this one the class is Mystic. So if you use either of the champions from within the groups so mentioned, or Mystic champions in general, you will sort of like nullify one armor up every time the defender tries to throw a special attack at you, and if you don't get hit or don't block, you will nullify them, which will from the next node give you 1 cross charge, and you can get up to 10 of those. And also defensive transference, if you block any hit, it will give them armor up, and that can stack up to 10. The more armor up they have, the more you can nullify and eventually get more cross charges. And stalwart shield, for every armor up they have, they decrease the duration of debuff on them by 15%, which includes of course the parry stun as well. So you might have to be a little bit aware of that, especially if they have a lot of armor up on. And the final one is of course the common node for every chapter, that is short temper. So every cross charge will give us 30% attack rating, and if we get all 10 of those, we can get the bonus up to 300% attack rating. And also if you are using tactical champions, we can convert up to 5 of these charges into passive furies for the next 2 fights. And if we can manage to do that in 2 fights, on the 3rd fight we'll have 10 of those furies, meaning 150% attack bonus. So the idea is to bring a champion that is within these tags, and also a great counter to the boss, so that we can carry 10 furies from the nodes and then possibly make the boss fight easy. And that's about the nodes. And the first fight is going to be Guillotine. We are going to be using Doctor Strange, of course, because he is a member of the Illuminati and is considered to have tactical edge. And for the strategy, we'll try to parry as much as we can, because every time we block, whether through perfect or not, it will give them armor ups. And because of the signature ability, Doctor Strange will remove all the buffs from the opponent through the counter spell mechanism. And every time we nullify or remove by any means armor ups from the defender, we get cross charges, and that will keep increasing our attack rating. So as you can see, we already have 7 of those cross charges, and our goal is to at least get up to 5 of these and win the fight, so that we can carry all those as passive furies for the next fight, and hence make the path quite easier for us. And also I have to sped up the fight, because as the chapters go along, the fights are becoming longer and longer, so the video was becoming quite longer after every chapter, so I decided to speed up the fights. And you can feel free to slow down the fights if you want to enjoy it in a normal speed as well. Next one is going to be Hela, and we are going to be using Doctor Strange again, of course, because we have the class advantage as well as 5 furies from the last fight. And also he can counterspell her indestructible towards the end of the fight. And just as you can see, my phone is lagging like insane for some reason, especially after the last update. But alright, I'm trying my best to not get hit and not get caught by her special attacks or something. And also, if you want, you can parry her SP1 to give her more armor ups and eventually get more cross charges, but that's not required. And also, I'm trying not to push her to SP2, not because I can't evade it or something, but because this is a guide video, and I would suggest you not to push up over that 2 bars of power, because it is not that easy to evade for especially newer players. So towards the end, I decided to throw my SP3, which will fade seal her, stopping her from getting that indestructible, and then hence shortening the fight by a little bit, of course. So overall, it took us 59 hits. Next one is Vulture, who is a tech champion, so we are going to be using Corvus Glaive. But before that, we take benefit from that 15% attack rating from Magneto Marvel now. And also, I'll be speeding up the fight at the beginning, because I'm only focusing on parries. And because, as you know, Corvus Glaive can armor break the opponents every time he parries. And that will help us to get as many cross charges as possible quickly. And right there, I got hit by him, which is alright. Didn't lose a lot of health. So now we have 10 charges, meaning we have 300% attack boost now, so we can play normally now. And the idea to do that was because we definitely enter with limited amount of glaive charges, which is 20. So my idea was to make sure that we finish the fight within those 20 charges, otherwise the fight was going to be quite long and boring. So yeah, as you can see, we still have 2 of the glaive charges, and we did finish the fight with 1 left already. So overall 40 hits, not a very long fight for a 4-star. And next one is going to be Odin. Nothing specific about this fight, so I'm just going to speed it up so that the video doesn't become quite long. Just make sure that you know how to evade his SP1 and SP2, and also don't try to attack after his SP1 if you are not quite used to him yet. But because I'm quite used to fighting him, so I didn't hold myself from that. And also, while the fight keeps going, I would like to suggest you a couple of champions who can be among the greatest of the counters for this chapter, and those are Red Magneto and Cosmic Ghost Rider, apart from, of course, Corvus Glaive, because not only do they fall under the tactical edge criteria, but also are 2 great counters against Ultron. So if you have either of Corvus Glaive, Cosmic Ghost Rider, or Magneto, the classic Magneto, you should be quite fine for this chapter. And also, not that they are required here. If you use them, the fights are going to be quite easy for you. So alright, Odin is almost done. We use one SP3 and the last one does 23,000 damage, which was quite impressive for a 4-star. And that was Odin for you. Next one is really interesting because he's an Avenger, and also if we try to intercept him, he has a 30% chance to auto block us, so we definitely want to take that into our benefit, which is if the opponent auto blocks covers, after a knockdown we get one more charge and also a true strike buff, which will definitely help us in the boss fight as well. So we are trying to trigger that auto block through those intercepts, but he's not allowing me to do so, and also he's being quite passive here, but still I'm trying my level best to trigger that. And right here, while I was intercepting, he did auto block me. Now all I have to do is parry him and maybe throw one heavy, and as you can see, that gives us a true strike buff as well as one more charge. And after this fight we'll have 3 charges, and that will make the boss fight even easier for us. And now, because I am focusing only on parries for those charges, I have sped up the fight a little bit, and as soon as we get up to 10 we'll go for a combo to SP2 and hopefully deal a big damage. And 9 and 10, yes, we have 10 charges. Now we'll probably go for a combo and then SP2 and hope that it will do a massive damage, and it does. 16, 16 and 50. So that was some 83,000 damage, so quite impressive for a 4-star. And that was Thor Ragnarok for you. Total of 29 hits, I think, or 28, I couldn't see it properly. And then we move on to the final fight on the path, which is going to be Symbiote Spidey. So only one annoying thing, that is after every special attack he gets evasion charges, so we'll have to hold back for a while he has that, and then the other fight is quite simple. And also, if you are not sure how to evade his SP1, you can block the first part and then maybe evade the second. We are timing our special attacks just like that, okay? And as you can see, he has evasion charges and we are holding back. I'm waiting for my Fury phase to come, and right there I use my SP2. I was hoping that it will stun him. It didn't. I tried to hold block so that he doesn't use his SP1, but he still does use it. We stun him with our SP2 through our SP1 to push him to SP2. And just one more SP2 and the fight should be over. We parry, one hit SP2 and it ends the fight quite comfortably. So overall that was 36 hits, perhaps the second shortest fight. And after that we move on to the boss fight, which is going to be of course Ultron. And a glance at the notes. So counter strike, meaning if you trigger dexterity more than 10 times, he is going to be unblockable for 15 seconds, which you would definitely not want. And extinction protocol, after every special attacks he keeps getting more and more power, so make him, the longer the fight the more annoying he becomes, so try to push him to less special attacks as you can. And also you can go for parries on his SP1 if you happen to have more health point, but because I'm almost at 50% health point, so I'm not going to do that. I would have otherwise done exactly that, meaning you can parry his SP1 and that will keep you from triggering dexterity, but try if you can not to push him over 2 bars of powers, because there are a lot of hits with that SP2 and you might not want to dexterity those, especially because of the counter strike node. And well, I'll try my level best, and also feel free to use boosts if you have them, especially cosmic power boost will be quite handy for this fight, because after your SP2 if you can immediately reach up to another SP2, that will end the fight pretty much easily. And also you are not obliged to use only 4 stars, you can definitely use 5 or 6 star champions as well if you have them. My idea to use 4 star is just because a lot of newly Cavalier players might not have all champions as 5 stars or 6 stars, so it is to show them that it can be done using 4 stars as well. And also keep in mind that I am not boosted, I haven't used any boosts, no cosmic power boost, no special attack damage boost, no regular boost as well, no nothing. And also I have exhausted my power, but I used an SP2 which dealt quite a lot of damage, and because I was almost at 10 dexterity, so I did not evade his SP2, and right there I trigger his unblockable, but hopefully one combo and SP1 should finish the fight, and it does. So yeah, quite interesting. A little bit of struggle towards the end, but it was a clean fight nevertheless, so I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please make sure to like, leave a comment, share with your friends, and also feel free to watch all the earlier chapters, and I'll keep uploading the next chapters in coming days, and stay tuned for that. And if you may click that notification bell, that will keep you notified as soon as I upload them. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.